stop. Put your study permit application on the hold. Don't go further with that study permit. Don't submit the application. Do you want to know why? Hang on tight, stay tuned. On this episode, I'll be telling you why you should put a pause on your study permit application for now. So welcome to my YouTube channel. I still remain my humble self, MC Bernardino. Alright, for those of you that are new on this channel, this is Canada Reality, where I dish out content for those that are in Canada and those that are intending on migrating to Canada. So if peradventure you find yourself on this YouTube channel, welcome to this YouTube channel. Please take some few minutes, subscribe to this YouTube channel. There's a notification bell beside it. Click on it so that anytime I drop a video, you'll be among the first to get it. And if you enjoy this video, why not just hit on the likes button, share this video with someone that you feel will actually benefit from it. If you have any question, any concern, anything you want to talk about, you're not clear about on my previous video, on this video, drop it in the comment section. I will do justice to your question. Alright, so let us begin. Normally on this channel, I always advise you, if you want to migrate into Canada, true study is a very good route for you to come. But why am I now telling you that if you want to apply, put a pause on your study permit application? Alright, you know, when I come to you, when I give you the fact on this channel, I always lay the evidence straight before you. Alright, in the last 2 weeks, some of my subscribers, they reach out to me, they apply for study permit application, and within a space of 2-3 days, maximum 1 week, IRCC got back to them rejecting their application. Let us look at some of the case study so that you can better understand what I'm talking about. All right, let's look at this first case study. Let's look at the email I got from a subscriber. Good morning, sir. Please, I applied for my Canadian study permit last month, which is August, for winter 2021. I was asked to go for my biometric on the 28th of this month, which I was already scheduled for, but I got a rejection letter this morning from IRCC saying I didn't prove tiles to back home. I would like to find out if it is possible to get a rejection letter, before biometrics, and if I should still go ahead with the biometric. All right, that was an email I got from one of my subscribers on rejection letter even before he went for his biometric. All right, so let us look at the appointment he had for his biometric. This is the appointment he already scheduled. He was scheduled for his biometric on August 28th, but before going for that, he got a rejection letter. So let's see what the rejection letter was from IRCC. All right, so here's the rejection letter. Thank you for your interest in studying in Canada. After carefully review of your study permit application and supporting document, I have determined that your application does not meet the requirement of the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act (IRPA) and Immigration and Refugee Protection Regulation (IRPR). I am refusing your application on the following grounds. I am not satisfied you will leave Canada at the end of your stay as stipulated in section 216 subsection 1 of IRPR. Based on the purpose of your visit. You're welcome to reapply if you can respond to this concern and can demonstrate that your situation meets the requirement. All new application must be accompanied by a new processing fee. All right, as you can see, obviously the guy applied for study permit, and you know, when you apply for your study permit, in the next 24 hours you get an email for your biometric, on the instruction for your biometric. So immediately he scheduled his biometric, and he was scheduled to go for his biometric on August 28th, and just before the biometric he got an email from IRCC stating that his application has been reviewed and it was declined on tiles to back home ground. So the question was now, is it possible for IRCC to reject your application even without seeing the biometric? Yes, it is possible, especially because of the present situation of things now. You know, IRCC recently said that applications are now being assessed in 2 parts, phase 1 and phase 2. Approval are being given in phase 1 and phase 2. So now, theoretically, it means that the approval for each particular application this time around was based on phase 1. There was no need for biometric, police report, or medical. They actually assessed him based on what is submitted, and it was so sad. This guy must have paid for his biometric. I don't know whether he's probably going to get a refund for his biometric back, and look at that, he got a rejection letter. But actually in the letter you saw that they gave him a benefit of doubt. They said if you can address that concern of tiles to back home to prove to them that when he's done studying in Canada he will return back home, he should reapply. All right, so when I look at this situation and compare it to mine and others that I've known in the past, normally study permit application takes like 1 2 months or 1 or 2 months. I mean, depending on the country of application, though 3 months sometimes for them to get back to you. But his own was, I mean, within less than a week he got a reply. So what does that connote? It simply implies that IRCC is trying to expedite things, that they are not really critically looking at application. Let me just say that they're not critically looking at application to scrutinize it properly. They are just, I mean, because they know that they just want to get done with the backlog, they just, I mean, answer him and answer others, and that was how the rejection came so fast. And that is why I'm telling you that you should put a pause on your study permit application. All right, let us look at the second scenario, the second case study that I want to share with you. All right, so here is another reason why I feel you should put a pause on your application. All right, let's look at this second case study. This lady, she submitted her application on September 15th. Okay, she submitted on September 15th. She got the letter for a biometric request on September 16th. That was 24 hours a day after. And she booked a biometric which was scheduled for October 7th. I mean, due to backlog at VAC, she submitted on September 15th, and she scheduled a biometric at VAC, and she was scheduled to go for a biometric on October 7th. That's roughly like 2 weeks or 3 weeks from the day of submission. And 2 days after submission, September 18th, she got a mail in her inbox, and she checked it, and she was refused study permit application to Canada. And on what ground? Let's look at the refusal letter. All right, so this time around, I don't want to bug you. Let me just go straight to the reason for rejection. I am not satisfied that you will leave Canada at the end of your stay as stipulated in section 216 subsection 1 of the IRBR based on the purpose of your visit. You're welcome to reapply. I mean, so it still boils down to just like the initial one that I told you about. Now, that simply shows that, because normally, I mean, I know from past experience that IRCC, they take time to scrutinize application. It roughly takes like 1 month to 3 months, within 1 month to 3 months for them to give you feedback. But this time around, within just 2 days, I mean, something is actually efficient. Nobody, I mean, the officer that actually scrutinized this application can't tell me he or she must have done a thorough job on their application. They just want to get done with the backlog, and that was why they feel, let's just reject this and give them this reason for the rejection. And that is why I feel if you have not seen the ambition of coming to Canada for the winter admission, which is January 2021, you just want to put a hold on your application for now. If it is possible for you to get to your school and tell them you want to defer your admission, it is better for you to do that so that things can get doused a little bit, tension can be relaxed a little bit. And I mean, IRC won't just give you a rejection letter, and as a result of that, your application fee is gone. You have to start looking for another application fee in order for you to reapply. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. So that's why it's better for you to just put a pause on the application and observe things. Let this trend go away before you can actually apply for your study permit. And what can you do on the tiles? Wait for it. All right, so for the tiles, for the reason for rejection, I mean, when these two people, when they got to me, when they seek for my opinion, for my advice on how they can because they intend to reapply. I also advise them to reapply though. So how can they actually address that area of concern and reapply? So I told them that, okay, what's the key things that you can use to serve as a tiles to back home is, one, if you're married, you coming alone with your family left behind wherever you are coming from, is a strong tiles. I mean, take for instance, you're married, the guy is married and the guy is coming to Canada, and the wife and the kids, or the wife alone as the case may be, are staying back. That would be a very strong tiles. Another thing that can serve as a tile for you is, if you are doing very well in your if you're working, you're an employee in an organization, you can also use that as a tile. I remember when I was coming back then, I got a letter through my manager from our HR. I mean, they gave me a letter that states that I work in this organization, this is how much I'm earning, I'm only going to Canada to further my study, when I'm done I'll be back. So that shows that the organization needs me, they want me, they are supporting me to go, and they know that I will come back to be of benefit to them. So that will also be a very good house. If you're not working in any company, if you're an entrepreneur, I mean, you have your own organization, you can use your company letter, the statement of account, everything that shows that you have a reputable organization back home. You can also use that as a towel. That shows that when you're done studying, you definitely come back to your company to, I mean, continue your your business, right? So that is also a very strong tiles. If you have landed properties, other things that you just to prove that you will return back to wherever your own country when you are done studying. I know some people, they submit all this letter and at the end of the day they still get rejected, but that won't discourage you. Because of that, you won't say because of that you won't apply. You can still go ahead and do that, but try as much as possible to put all this information. And I always tell people that there can only be as much information, but if you put less, that's where the problem is. Too much cannot be enough. But the lesser it is, you put yourself in a tight corner. Alright viewers, I hope you actually enjoyed my video today on reasons why you should put a stop PND on your application for study permit to Canada right now. Because of the huge rejection rate, immigration officers are not really taking time to scrutinize application now. They are just trying to get done with the backlog, and that is why the rejection rate is very high and it is very fast. And that is why I want to tell you that you should put a pause on your study permit application for now. Let us look at the trend of things. When I feel it is a good atmosphere, it's a good time for people to reapply, I will make another video on that. But for now, if you have applied for any school, it is better you defer your admission for now, because the rejection rate now, it's quite alarming, and the reason for rejection is frivolous. It doesn't make any sense to me. So if you have any question on what I've said today, you're not clear, you need some clarification, feel free to drop it in the comment section. I will try as much as possible to answer your question. If you feel there's any topic you want me to discuss about that you're not clear about on your immigration process, either you want to migrate through study, express entry, provincial nominee, whatever way you want to come to Canada, feel free to drop it in the comment section. I will also try to do justice to your question. All right, till I come back to you again on this YouTube channel with wonderful information, wonderful videos, just like I always do. If you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, please, I beg you, it doesn't cost you anything. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. There's a notification bell beside it. Click on it so that anytime I drop a video, you'll be among the first to get it. And if you enjoyed this video, hit on the likes button, share this video with someone that you feel would need it, drop question, comment, anything you want to talk about. Let the discussion continue in the comment section, and also use this opportunity to watch my 2 previous videos. They are exciting, they are informative, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.